You want one?
No, I'm happy.
No, it's fine.
Sure, I can grab you. When's the pool going to be open again, do you know?
No, I haven't heard yet, but I said
Oh, it's chilly under here.
it is a bit chilly over here.
Hopefully it's where they knocked the building down.
Yeah, grey army. Yeah, nice. It's a very crucial job, isn't it? Yeah, cool. So they've just got a air conditioning thing on their feet and bar or something. Oh, yeah, nice.
G'day everybody. Now there's a whole lot of chairs up the front here. I'd like you to be seated because it'll take some time today. That's nearly a dad joke, really. Now who's Emily and who's Debbie?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Australia Day. My name is Dom Carter, and together with Emily Schutz and Abigail Schutz, it is our pleasure to be your MCs for today's ceremony.
We are the school captains at Lucindale Area School. On behalf of the Naracoorte Lucindale Council and LINC, we are warmly welcoming you all here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to officially welcome Mayor Patrick Ross and Chairperson of Link, Louise Stock. Would Scouts please assemble for the raising of the Australian flag?
Could everyone please stand?
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, all beauty rich and rare. In history's page let hearts Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing at once Australia fair.
Please remain standing while Mayor Ross comes forward with the acknowledgement of country.
We acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Mintung people, and pay our respects to the elders of the past, present and future, for they hold the memories, the traditions, the cultures and the hopes of Aboriginal people. We must always remember that under the concrete and asphalt, this land is, was and always will be Aboriginal traditional land. Please be seated. I think I'm just going to ad lib for a moment. 12 months ago, or a bit over 12 months ago in fact, I had a telephone call from the Mayor to advise me of my citizenship award for Lucindale. And on the day, my young son and I were in far north Queensland. It was hot and rainy and sweaty, and my eldest two, Alec and Meg, accepted my award. And I didn't see the live stream because we didn't have any reception, but I understand it was lightning and thunder and pages were going off in the hall, so it's a way better day today. I'd like to begin by thanking you all for joining us on our on our special Australia Day celebrations this year. Today we come together to reflect, respect and celebrate Australia 2023. We reflect on the resilience of our communities and the spirit of helping and giving that defines us as Australians. And we celebrate our identity and the values that unite us to illuminate the achievements of inspirational Australians and to promote and welcome the inclusive society, reminding Australians how good we can be when we are at our best. We have received apologies today from the Federal Member for Barker, Mr Tony Passon, and Member for MacKillop, Mr Nick McBride, both who pass on their best wishes for a successful event. Mr Passon also forwarded this message to be read on his behalf. Thank you for your invitation to celebrate Australia Day with the community. Unfortunately, I am unable to join you as I've accepted invitations elsewhere within the electorate. On January the 26th, Australians around the nation and those living around the world reflect on what it means to be Australian. We acknowledge and celebrate the contribution of every person to the land, from the Indigenous people who have been here for more than 65,000 years to the new immigrants who will become citizens this week. We are all Australians. We all share a stake in our future and we all have responsibilities for each other. We all have something to celebrate. This truly is a nation of freedom and opportunity, even in tough times. As Australians, we strive to better ourselves while at the same time supporting others. To those who volunteer in your community, thank you. Your contribution, whether large or small, is what makes this nation great. And to those who will proudly join our Aussie families today and become Australian citizens, we say welcome to the greatest nation on earth. And we did that in Naracoorte today with a Filipino family of 4. It was fantastic. Love your country, be proud of our flag, be proud of who we are and what we have achieved together. Today, I encourage you to celebrate what it means to be Australians, to work hard, to contribute to community, a sense of mateship, of belonging and prosperity. Today, and indeed every day, let us remember that irrespective of our place of birth, we are united in with common Australian values. Happy Australia Day. Sincerely, Tony Passon, Member for Barker. It now gives me great pleasure to present this year's Lucindale Australia Day Awards. The Lucindale Citizen of the Year Award, the Lucindale Active Citizen Award, Lucindale Young Citizen of the Year Award, and the Lucindale Community Event of the Year Award are proudly presented by the Australia Day Council of South Australia and are administered by your local council. The awards acknowledge the unsung heroes of our community who, through their contribution, make our community a better place. These individuals and organisations offer outstanding service each and every day and enable our community to be stronger as a result of their tireless efforts. It is with great pleasure that I present the Lucindale Australia Day Citizen Award to Vanessa Clark for her outstanding contribution to the Lucindale community, particularly through education and sport. Vanessa has been contributing to Lucindale community over many years and is an example of how you can make your town a better place by participating. At the kindergarten, she was on governing council, assisting with fundraising and working with staff and students. At the Lucindale Area School, Vanessa has volunteered over the last 10 years in classrooms, supervising reading, assisting with art and craft and small group work, and helping with events and excursions. She is currently on Governing Council and the Finance Committee and assists at the school canteen and is involved with forming a parent group. With school athletics, Vanessa instigated coaching for students in the baton relay, high jump, long jump, triple jump, shot put, discus and javelin. She was mostly good at them too, so they are more prepared to take part in school sports events. Recently, Vanessa brought together SAPOL, a doctor, Naracoorte Lucindale's Wellbeing Coordinator and Substance Misuse Limestone Coast Coordinator for a forum for both staff and parents to discuss substance misuse and how communities can deal with these issues. Netball and junior football were further areas where Vanessa has been involved. She organises and cooks eggs and bacon rolls for schoolboys footy early on Saturday mornings, coaches netball for 5 to 11-year-olds under the Net Set Go program, plays and umpires netball and helps out wherever she can. In tennis, Vanessa has been a tennis captain while playing and is involved in junior tennis, supervising teams during Saturday competitions and giving support where needed. She is also currently on the Lucindale Country Club Ladies Golf Committee and has been instrumental in organising yearly golf coaching by a professional for new golfers. Vanessa is also involved with basketball and is current committee treasurer. She also assists with the annual camp draft and is on the South Australian Heifer Expo committee. Vanessa gives her time, finances and knowledge so that kids can have grassroots participation in many areas throughout the community. And she thrives helping to improve educational opportunities at the school. Vanessa would do anything to help others, her integrity and fairness always shining through. Congratulations, Vanessa, and I invite you to take this opportunity to respond.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming along to today. I am very humbled to receive this award. At first, I struggled with accepting it, as I believed there were many others that deserved the honour and award more than myself. After taking the time to speak with family and friends and reflect on our conversations, I've realised it is not about having your name alongside the award. It's about recognising recognising and acknowledging that whether it be big or small, you are making a difference for others in your community. I am a believer in having a passion and trying to create the best opportunities for those around you, especially for those that may not have the means or the confidence to do so for themselves. I've grown up in our little town of Lucindale and love the small community village we have that has been created by the people who live in it. Simply opening a door for a stranger, saying hi as you pass someone in the street, or being involved on every sporting committee in our town. This is our community. At the heart of our community are those that are able to give a little something to help make it the best that it can be. I'd like to accept this award in acknowledgement and on behalf of all of the volunteers in our community that make it what it is today. So thank you to each and every one of you that does just the little bits that they can to create our community. On a personal note, I'd like to thank my friends and family and all of those that have come today who have supported me, and in particular those that have been role models to me and encouraged me to keep doing what I do. I'd also like to thank my children and my husband, Shane, for being a continued support for me and enabling me the time and the ability to do what I do. Ultimately, though, today is not about individual achievements, but it's a day to celebrate how lucky we are to be Australian and have the opportunity to be part of small communities that we all call home. Thank you.
I remember when I rang Vanessa, and in her modest way, I'm not quite sure where she was at the time. I think she was at the swimming pool. And what she was doing there, I'm not sure. And I explained to her that I was ringing to congratulate her on her award. And it took minutes, and then even after we'd finished the conversation, I'm pretty sure she still did not comprehend that she had been granted the honour. So good on you. Well, we better go back a page. Here we go. It is now with great pleasure I present the Lucindale Community Event of the Year Award. Let me just make sure I get this in order. No, there we go, we'll start again. Same words. It's now that I have great pleasure that I present the Lucindale Active Citizen Award to Victor Tischer for his outstanding contribution to the Lucindale community over many years. You could come forward, Vic, wherever you may be, and just stand up here whilst I go on about your work. Thank you. Victor, commonly known as Vic, has volunteered much of his time to helping and supporting the Lucindale Scouts, which began when his grandchildren were members. This commitment has continued since they have completed their journey with Scouts, as he still works in the drinks van at the South East Field Days and willingly attends to anything the group asks him to do with enthusiasm. Lucindale Scouts is a small group and it can be challenging to find volunteers, so Vic's dedication is greatly appreciated. After the Blackford Avenue Range fires in 2021, Victor volunteered his time to help Blaze Aid with fencing every day for 6 months. And since 2013, Victor has volunteered at the Lucindale and Narracourt cemeteries making concrete slabs, attaching the plaques and erecting the stones, and at the Lucindale Cemetery making structures to display the new numbering system. He also helps out the Lucindale Gardener with small jobs requiring 2 people at the Lucindale Cemetery. Recently, Vic's neighbour has been living in Adelaide receiving necessary treatment, and he has maintained his garden by mowing lawns and weeding garden beds throughout this time. Congratulations, Vic, and I offer you the opportunity to say some words.
Thanks, Patrick. Thank you all for coming here, and whoever put me in this position, thank you. But really, I do feel awkward standing up here because I firmly believe too that there's a lot of other active people around here that deserve just as much recognition. And although it's my name on there, I think it's good to share it with all those other people that are active in our community. And like's been said before, we have a great community here, and it's great just to help out at times. But really, for me, I like to be in the background and not in the forefront. So thank you all, and have a great day.
The thought that Vic might stand in the background is he would have always stood there because he's the tallest bloke. I think I'm back on schedule now. Pages aren't numbered. Now it's with great pleasure I'd like to present the Australia Day Young Citizen Award to Luke Farrell for his outstanding contribution to the Lucindale community, especially the P&A Society. Luke, if you'd like to come forward. Luke is part of many community organisations in Lucindale, selflessly contributing his time, knowledge and energy where he can see a need. He is Wool Convener for the Lucindale P&A&H Society and Rural Ambassador representing our region. In addition, Luke is a CFS volunteer, committee member for the Lucindale Yakka Whackers B&S Ball, and a member of the Lucindale Lions Club, along with their South East Field Day Committee, which is an important fundraiser for the entire Lucindale community, as we all appreciate. Luke is clearly committed to enhancing community life in our district. As one local observed, Luke, he's into everything. I think his mother said that. A hard worker and a very proud family man, Luke still manages to find time to contribute to our town, believing that with an ageing population, young people need to step up and take on responsibility, and good on him. Luke has been involved with the Lucindale PA&H Society for the past 7 years, taking over the role of wool convener 2 years ago. Fleeces for the wool section are donated to the show, and the proceeds from the sale of these support local organisations. With this in mind, Luke is keen to continue growing the competition and is aiming for 100 entries within the next few years. I'd shorten that up, Luke. In 2022, Luke participated in the South Australian Country Show's Rural Ambassador Award, which aims to highlight the importance of youth in rural South Australia and, in particular, the agricultural show movement. He was successful at Lucindale and went on to represent the southeast of South Australia and Border Show Society Association. The Lucindale show, as one of 8 ambassadors in the state finals in Adelaide in September. Luke maintained his composure throughout, representing Lucindale with pride and his characteristic good humour. With increased confidence as Rural Ambassador, Luke has supported and encouraged young people within our community. He gives a positive voice to rural youth in the region through his participation in a range of community organisations and provides a great example for others to follow. Congratulations, Luke.
Yeah, as everyone said, I think there's probably better people than me, but pretty much Patrick, or even nominated me, pretty much has summed me up, and main thank you, my wife, really, because she stuck around from all this community involvement I do. Was what Patrick said and what I believe in, the old doesn't get any younger, and the young people have actually got to step up. Thank you.
Was that one of your jokes, Andrew? I now cut and paste the first line again. It is now with great pleasure that I present the Lucindale Community Event of the Year Award to the Lucindale Area School Canteen Committee's annual Halloween Trick or Treat fundraiser. Could those who are accepting the award come forward? I'll just carry on here. The Lucindale Area School Canteen Committee has been organising an annual Halloween Trick or Treat fundraiser since 2016, with 80 to 150 children participating each year in a pre-arranged trick or treating route around Lucindale with households that are willing to be involved. Last year, 120 children and their families took part. The event provides an opportunity for children and their families to get together in our town and creates a safe and fun way for country kids to participate in an international tradition that would otherwise be out of their reach, especially for those who live on farms. It is also a fundraiser for the Lucindale Area School Canteen Committee, which works to support consistent, interesting and healthy food options to our town's school children, including boarders who rely on the canteen for lunch and snacks every day. The Canteens Committee's fundraising also contributes towards canteen equipment and upgrades to maintain this important service in our school. Many small country school canteens have been forced to close in recent years due to lack of suitable facilities and volunteers, while Lucindale's canteen has remained to serve the school community as a result of fundraising and dedication of the Canteen Committee with events such as Halloween Trick or Treat events. The Trick or Treat fundraiser has also been widely supported by numerous local businesses and community and sporting groups over the years, demonstrating the importance attached to fundraising for the school canteen. I'd like to once again to congratulate the Lucindale Australia Day Community Event of the Year representatives and invite them to take this opportunity to respond. Amanda?
Thank you.
There we go, you can both have a chat.
On behalf of the Lucindale Area School Canteen Committee, we'd like to thank the Naracoorte Lucindale Council and Link for putting on a wonderful service. As a committee, we are humbled to be awarded the Lucindale Community Event of the Year, but an event such as this cannot be possible without the contribution of our community members and businesses. Over the last 7 years, it has been an absolute joy to bring fun, happiness and a few nightmares to the kids of Lucindale and surrounding areas. The money raised from this event has allowed the canteen to purchase much needed equipment and appliances such as our new and improved oven. We are proud to still be offering a 5-day-a-week canteen, which has not been possible at other small schools. We would like to take this opportunity to thank every single person who has either decorated their home or businesses or donated their time and effort to make this event possible. Thank you.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
I was hoping we'd do this. We did this at Naracoorte today and it was very roundly supported. The Australian Citizenship Affirmation Ceremony. We now move into the Australian Citizenship Affirmation Ceremony, which was introduced in 1999 and has become an integral part of the Australia Day celebrations. The words of the affirmation are based on the pledge and participation is voluntary and carries no legal status. Participation in the affirmation ceremony is a means of expressing our pride in being Australian and provides an opportunity to affirm our loyalty to Australia and its people. The words of the affirmation can be found on the back of your program. Everyone is welcome to participate. Non-citizens are invited to join the affirmation at the second line. So if you'd like to take part, you could all stand. And if you don't have the program, I've got the words here, and I'll read them out, and you can then read them again, and you can repeat. As an Australian citizen, I affirm my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I uphold and obey. Thank you very much. Please be seated.
I now invite Louise Stock, the chairperson of Link, to come forward and say a few words.
Thank you, Dom. Congratulations to all the award winners, and thanks everybody for being here to help mark their special day. You'll shortly be invited to join in a community barbecue lunch, which has been organised by Link. A big thank you to the Lucindale Lions Club for cooking the barbecue for us and also providing the seating for today's event. Also thank you to the Lucindale Scouts for being on drinks, the Lucindale Deli for the salads and the bread, and the Link members who have contributed to getting things organised for today. So I do hope you can stay and join us in continue celebrating our wonderful community.
Thank you, Louise. Please join us once again in congratulating our Australia Day award winners.
Well, Lucindale folk, that concludes the formalities for Australia Day celebration. I'd like you to thank Dom and Emily and Abigail for their participation. I believe this is their first official task as student leaders for the Lucindale Area School, and all the best for the coming year. Can I also ask all of our Australia Day award winners to please gather for professional photographs with family and friends before heading home. That won't be done on an iPhone 12. And thank you to everyone who has contributed to today's ceremony. And thank you for your attendance, and please stay and share lunch provided by Link. Happy Australia Day.